Oh, we're so close to getting Decker out the door. Let me show you what we got done today. Oh, looking top down, the exhaust got finished off. So there it is. It's coming out just past the back of the sleeper and pointing down. I know it kind of looks a little funny from this angle. Those fuel lines are actually quite a ways away from the exhaust tip, but that's going to work really well. The only piece we have left is we're waiting for our drive shaft. And this truck, it'll be ready to back out that door. It's getting there. I'd like to show you how we did the exhaust on this one. Just a little bit different based on the customer's needs. So the exhaust comes out of the DPF, runs along the top of the frame. You'll see that we put in a couple of extra supports, one there and one there. Then the exhaust comes down and then runs out nice and high along the frame. Now the reason we did this one this way is this truck is going to be going into the desert and going into some really bumpy and lumpy roads. And what's nice about this approach is you can see that the exhaust is even well above the height of the fuel tanks, so we never have to worry about that catching on a rock. Now remember that some of our previous exhaust work, we would bring the exhaust down and just point it out here, but of course it has to be a little bit below the edges of the fairing, so that end of that pipe ended up being probably one of the lowest points on the truck. In this case, we've got it up nice and high. I'm going to run over next door and see if we can see how our drive shaft is coming. Our drive shaft is that one in the front. It didn't quite get done today, so that's going to be Monday, according to James. So he said it was in really good shape. He's going to be repacking the slip and spline. Of course, he's going to be extending it and putting on the different, to accommodate the different yoke size. He'll be repacking this as well for us and balancing it. So we're close. That's all we're missing, is to get that done on Monday morning, and we'll be able to take the truck for a test drive. You might recall from yesterday that one of the last things we had to do was set the ride height, and we've got the ride height set, and we have started up the truck and aired up the bags to the proper ride height, which is 8.5 inches from the bottom of the frame rail to that weld on the back of the axle. So we've gotten everything measured up, and we're just waiting for that drive shaft to be done next door. But really, the truck is in the condition where we're really close to taking this for a test drive. After we get a few miles on it, make sure we have all the little kinks or bugs worked out, we're then going to move on to some of the electronics for the jackalope, and we're also going to want to connect the max brake controller next week as well.